Alright guys, welcome to this module, and I'm delighted to be here right now at this point in time. So we're going to talk about considerations for a self-hosted print-on-demand e-commerce store, and we're looking at the part 2 of this module, which is branding and website setup. So we're going to talk about this in a bit, so just follow along. And you probably have your notebook. You can write down some points so that you won't have to try to remember what we discussed here. Alright, so now we are going to cover essential aspects such as branding and website setup, specific to of course print on demand. Now let's talk about branding. First of all, what is branding? When we talk about branding, we are talking about creating a unique and recognizable identity for a product, a service, or a company. Now, it involves crafting or creating a distinct image, or name, or logo, or design and messaging that reflects the values, personality, and purpose of the brand. Now, branding aims to establish a positive and memorable perception among consumers, differentiate from competitors, and foster trust and loyalty. Now, everything that we are talking about here simply has to do with creating a unique image for your company, for your business. That's what branding attempts to do. Okay, now it has to do with your logo, your unique design, your distinct messaging that reflects whatever you're offering. Alright, so branding is a very broad area. It involves a lot of things, so we're not going to go so deep into branding, but I just want you to get one thing, that if you want to build a brand, then you must have a brand strategy, you must have a brand message, you must have a brand image. So all these things matter. Alright, now we are going to look at some aspects of branding here. Now let's talk about the logo. First of all, you probably know what a logo is. Now, if you want to start your print-on-demand business, you must have a logo. Alright, so you can actually get a logo easily by going online or going to Canva. Canva is a website that allows you to design just about anything. So when you go to Canva, you can create a simple logo from the hundreds of templates that they have on there. Alright, now when you are creating your logo, whether you are paying someone to do it or you're doing it by yourself, attempt to create a memorable and brand centric logo. In order to stand out, your logo must stand out. Your logo should not look like every other logo out there. So that is the major thing about your logo. It has to be unique. Alright, now your logo is your business signature that sets you apart, or sets your business apart from your competitors, from other businesses in your industry. So there has to be uniqueness to your logo. Now, don't spend too much time on your logo. Many entrepreneurs, they make the mistake of trying to create the perfect logo, but they forget one thing. They forget that the logo is just a minute aspect of the whole business. Don't get too hung up on trying to create a logo that is out of this world, whereas your business is suffering. You've not actually begun the business, or you've not actually started making money. The goal here is to make money, so it's not to create a logo that nobody has ever created before. So keep it simple and meaningful. Keep it unique. Keep it unique. Alright, let's talk about let's see, I want to show you this. Now if you look at this image, these are known brands. These are known brands that you are probably familiar with. Now if you look at many of these logos here, they are just made up of words. Okay, and they don't look so they're just unique. That's one thing about these logos. They are just unique and special in their own way. Now each of them is distinct, they stand out from the rest. So that is what we are talking about here. Create something that is different. Don't copy others, don't copy some other company logo. No, do something different. Each of these logos, they are unique, they are different, and they are not like the other. So that is the message of what I'm trying to get pass across here. That's what I want you to understand. Keep it simple, keep it unique, and don't get too hung up on creating the perfect logo. Alright, now let's talk about your brand colors. Now choose warm and energetic colors, or cool and gentle colors, as the case may be. Now color is a very big area where you have what you call color psychology. So the psychology of color is a very big aspect of design. Now warm colors and cool colors are the opposites. Now if you want to create a brand that is magnetic, you can go for warm colors. If you want to create a brand image that is relaxing, you can go for cool colors. Cool colors, you have blue and green and such colors. Then the warm colors, you have the reds and the oranges and all other ones. So that is it. Make sure you don't use too many colors. 1 or 2 colors is ideal for your logo or for your brand colors. Now your brand color should reflect your niche. Alright, so take note of this, very important. If you are going to design t-shirts for kids, children, so you are going to have to choose warm colors and bright colors and all that kind of thing. If your audience or your niche is mainly adults, you also have to make sure that your colors reflect that. So you can use neutral colors like black, okay, or bright red or maroon red, something that ties in with your niche. So have that in mind as you pick colors for your brand. Now let's talk about your brand philosophy. This is actually what you believe in as a business, what your business stands for. Now your brand philosophy should not be ambiguous. It should be simple enough and must tie in with your business ideals and purpose. So your brand philosophy comprises your vision, your mission statement, your value statement. So you should make sure that you write down all this. They should be clearly spelled out. Now if you don't know what to do, or you don't know how to go about this, there are websites out there that help you to craft your vision statement, your mission statement, your value statement. So simply run a quick Google search and you should be able to get that done. Alright, now what is your competitive advantage? This is exactly what we call a selling point. Why should your customers buy from you? Why shouldn't they buy from the other brand or the other website? So this is something that you should nail down from the beginning. You should have it spelled out clearly. Why, what difference you're bringing to the marketplace, what uniqueness you're bringing to the marketplace. So if you can answer these questions, then your brand has a competitive advantage and you should be able to compete. You should be able to carve a niche for yourself in your industry. Now make sure that this reflects in your advertising efforts. Yes, you have to leverage that in your advertising. Okay. Now let's talk about the actual website setup. This is actually the part where you get to set up the website and prepare it for business. Now there are 5 things we are going to talk about here. We are going to talk about your domain name, your hosting, your design, your product mockups, and your payment processor. Now these 5 aspects, they are not all, but they are the most important things. Okay, now actually there's also the fulfillment part, but that is coming down the road. Okay, now your domain name is just the name of your brand's website address, or your website address in short. So if you are going to register your domain name, you must make sure that it should be a .com. Make sure that it's a .com. Alright, because .com is the most common extension for businesses. So choose a short domain name. The shorter the better. Alright, so you don't want to choose a very long domain name that people are going to struggle to remember. Now if you can afford it, get a .store domain name. Okay, this is a brand new extension that is designed mostly for e-commerce stores. So if you can afford it, it's kind of expensive, but if you can't, just get it. If not, stick with the common .com domain name. Alright, so register for a multi-year tenure. Now you can register for maybe 5 years or 4 years, and you are going to get a discount if you are buying this domain name from probably Hostinger or GoDaddy. You probably get a discount if you are registering for many years at once. So it's recommended that you do this so that you can get your discount. Okay, now if you need help with getting a brandable domain name, you can search on Google. There are websites that will assist you to create a memorable domain name based on your business, and you can actually register this straight away. Okay, now let's talk about hosting. Your hosting is the server where your website will actually be stored, where your website files will be stored. Now it is recommended that you pay for a multi-year tenure. You can pay for 2 or 3 years or 4 years, as the case may be. Now do not use free hosting, because there are downsides to using free hosting. Then make sure that SSL is included. Some web hosts do not give you free SSL, so they kind of ask you to buy an SSL certificate. Alright, so but most of the hosting packages out there, they offer free SSL, so you don't have to buy it as a separate purchase. Alright, so your domain name, your hosting, these are the two critical aspects. They are the two critical points where you have to pay. Where you have to pay money. You have to pay some money to get these things. Alright, now the actual design of your website, of your e-commerce store, is very critical. Now WordPress is highly recommended. Personally, I recommend WordPress. Okay, and because it's free to use, it's free and it's easy to use. Okay, now if you are not going for Shopify, if you are not, like I said earlier, if you are not going to pay for Shopify, then the other alternative is WooCommerce. Yes, WooCommerce is a plugin that you install in your WordPress installation. Allows you to set up a shopping system, okay, on your website that allows you to sell your products. So now WooCommerce is the platform, and Storefront is a theme that allows you to set up the website. A theme, alright, because WordPress is simply the platform, and Storefront is a theme that you install to WordPress. Alright, now if you are familiar with how WordPress works, you will understand what I'm talking about. But if not, well, you can actually watch some videos on YouTube, and you are going to understand exactly how these things work. Alternatively, you can get a developer that will set things up for you for a fee. Alright, now one thing you must take note of: do not dwell on just looks. Okay, ensure that things work just as fine as they look. In fact, I would advise you to lean more on functionality than on looks. Alright, but I'm not saying you shouldn't design something aesthetically pleasing. Alright, so make sure that the functionality is there. Install your shopping cart, install your payment processor, install your design the interface, design everything, your mockups and every other thing, and make sure everything is working as it should. Alright, now let's talk about product mockups. Product mockups are simply the designs that you see, the t-shirts that have designs on them and with models wearing them. So that is just what a mockup is. So you need mockups to showcase your t-shirt designs on your online store. And a good place to get mockups is Placeit.net. They have lots of mockups for a low monthly fee. They also have free mockups, so you can actually go for the free mockups if you don't have the money to pay for their monthly subscription. Alright, now if you are using Printful or a similar fulfillment company like Printify, they have mockups that you can sync to your store. So if you log into your dashboard, you have the option of uploading your designs and placing them on the mockups, and they are synced to your store and they display on your storefront. Okay, so that's mockups. Now let's talk about your payment processor. This is very important. Your payment processor is simply how you collect payments, or the company that helps you to collect payments on your website. You are going to need a payment processor, and there are so many options out there. PayPal is a good option. It's a common payment processor to use. Most people use PayPal. Okay, Stripe is also a great choice. There are so many payment processors out there, like to check out. Even WooCommerce has a payment processor. Okay, so many of them out there. But what you should do is to find out the payment processor in your country which you can use. So if each country should have this payment processor, so simply reach out to them, apply, and they are going to vet your website. They're going to look at your website and they're going to approve or not approve your application. Alright, now make sure that you set up all these things. These are the basic things that you need to set up to get your store up and running. And I'm sure if you do this, you are well on your way to achieving success with your store. Alright, so thank you for hanging around in this particular module. I'll see you in the next one.